Resisting the charms of a great romantic comedy often seems impossible, and as a subgenre those films are practically critic-proof. The stars of Which Brings Me to You are no strangers to the ins and outs of the rom-com. Both Nat Wolff, Stuck in Love, Paper Towns, and Lucy Hale, Puppy Love, The Hating Game, have led titles of their own. For some reason, director Peter Hutchings, who also worked with Hale in The Hating Game, leaves viewers of his newest feature with the sinking feeling they just watched a COVID-impacted feature. The small-stakes excuse works for a while, but in 2023, it seems we have evolved past this two-hander style. Will Wolff and Jane Hale are attending a wedding separately, with different connections to the bride and groom. Will was once in a band with the groom, while Jane used to go to school with the bride. Beyond their fleeting connection to the opposite sides of the wedding party, a series of exchanges results in a near-coital encounter in a coat closet. The duo have more in common than it initially seems, and an easy rapport. Which Brings Me to You laser focuses on a character study of both Will and Jane. As they exchange overly detailed stories, lamenting humiliating sexual experiences and first heartbreaks, a connection gets built from the ground up. In learning about the other person, Will and Jane are discovering new things about one another and how they view the world. While this approach does pull us in initially, boredom will set in quickly for those without an obsession for rom-coms. For even a casual lover, Which Brings Me to You may be a little much. None of this is any knock on either Wolff or Hale, who are doing a rather admirable job of leaning into their best acting quirks. The film allows each to play off the other's energy without a break caused by the presence of many other actors. This all leads to some adorable moments. It Had to Be You turns into a La La Land-esque sequence. With little break in conversation, the entire thing may be an exercise in patience. At least director Hutchings shows and not tells, otherwise we would have one seriously drab feature. Despite having two delightfully charming actors at the center, Which Brings Me to You ends up too slight and inconsequential to leave any real mark. Both its comedy and a lack of supporting cast leaves an inherent hollowness rather than the feel-good comfort vibes one would expect. With a little more to chew on, and stronger romantic comedy vibes, we could have had a special treat.